when Virginia Woolf thought Blackface was funny. In 1906, Britain's Royal Navy commissioned into service the battleship HMS Dreadnought. With a main armament of 12-inch guns and a speed of 21 knots, it was the most technologically advanced ship to date, better armed, faster, and stronger than any other vessel afloat. It immediately made all other battleships obsolete. Its introduction kicked off a naval arms race, as the world's top navies rushed to build similarly designed warships. Dreadnought became the RN's pride and joy. That pride was pricked in 1910 by pranksters, whose numbers included a then little-known Virginia Woolf. They were led by Horace de Vere Cole, a former Army officer who devoted his life to hoaxes after he was seriously wounded in the Second Boer War and invalid out of service. Disguised by a theatrical costumier, the group darkened their skins, donned turbans, and pretended to be Ethiopian royals. They sent a telegram to the head of the home fleet, which stated, "Prince Macallan of Abyssinia, sick, and suite arrive 4.20 today, Weymouth. He wishes to see Dreadnought. Kindly arrange meet them on arrival." It was signed in the name of a Foreign Office official. At Weymouth, orders were swiftly issued, and an honor guard was prepared. In the meantime, one of the pranksters, accompanied by the Ethiopian royals and claiming to be their Foreign Office interpreter and chaperone, went to London's Paddington Station. There, he demanded a special train to Weymouth, and the station master obliged with a VIP carriage. Neither the Royal Navy nor Ethiopia's emperor thought this prank was funny. The pranksters made it to Weymouth in their VIP carriage, and at the appointed hour, the Royal Navy welcomed the princes with an honor guard. No Ethiopian flag was found, and nobody knew what the Ethiopian anthem sounded like. So a Zanzibar flag was flown, while a band played Zanzibar's national anthem. The royals were conducted around the battleship and given a tour of the fleet. Throughout, they communicated amongst themselves with gibberish. To show their appreciation or amazement at impressive items, they frequently exclaimed, "Bunga bunga." Since none of their escorts knew Ethiopian, nobody caught on. To show their appreciation, the princes tried to bestow honors upon the helpful naval officers. The intended honorees included Commander and future Admiral Willie Fisher. Two of the pranksters were his cousins, but he failed to recognize them in their guise. When the hoax came to light, the RN was mocked and ridiculed. Embarrassed, it sought to have de Vere Cole prosecuted. That went nowhere, as no laws had been broken. Eventually, officials decided to put on the best face possible and act as if they thought it was funny. They negotiated a punishment in which the pranksters, except for Virginia Woolf, were symbolically flogged by junior officers. Of course, the Blackface bit aged badly. Later that year, an actual Ethiopian royal, Emperor Menelik II, visited Britain. He did not think the prank had been funny. Children taunted him on the streets with cries of "Bunga bunga," and the RN denied his request to inspect the fleet, out of fear of further embarrassment. The pirates who thought Caesar was joking. Julius Caesar in 75 BC was not yet famous. The scion of an ancient but not particularly powerful patrician family, his gens, the Julii, had roots that stretched back to before Rome had even been founded. That year, he sailed across the Aegean Sea to the island of Rhodes to study oratory, a common practice for ambitious young Romans who sought to enter politics. Unfortunately, a band of pirates from Cilicia, a region of southern Asia Minor notorious at the time for piracy, captured his ship and held him for ransom. That was unfortunate for Caesar, whose voyage and the start of his oratorical studies was delayed. It was even more unfortunate for the pirates. The young Caesar differed from other captives previously encountered by the pirates. Rather than quake in fear, he became familiar with them. Not familiar enough, though, to abandon the air of superiority that was part and parcel of Roman aristocrats. When the pirates told him that they wanted a ransom of 20 silver talents, roughly 1,400 pounds of silver, he scoffed at their ignorance. Instead, he suggested that 50 talents, about 3,500 pounds of silver, was more appropriate for a nobleman of his pedigree. The pirates thought it was funny that their hostage negotiated for a higher ransom and went along with it. As seen below, he continued to amaze them with his sublime confidence as they awaited the ransom.